Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Adiatu here, Naturally Ads on YouTube. So in today's video, I will be planning for the week of June 22nd to June 28th. So I will be using this kit from Stella Beau Sticker Co. And it's a Lucifer inspired kit. This is the last week of my pop culture TV show month. So before I start, make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave. Turn on the bell to be notified every single time I upload. So as usual, I am going to show you guys how I'm setting up. I used a red wiggle from SBC. It was during the, I don't remember what it was called, but it was during the Valentine's Day sort of time. And then I'm using black headers from the Ginger Cat Co, and the rest of the headers are from the kit. And I'll be using silver bougie boxes just because I don't have red ones, and I'm fine using the silver because you can't really see it. But in terms of script, I'm using black or red, and kind of just using black and red pens and stuff throughout this plan with me, just because I wanted it to fit the theme. So as usual, I'm going to let you guys watch my base. All the extenders I made myself. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the shop very quickly. So if you watched my previous plan with me, you knew I was telling you about shop that the orders were just wrong. So this was the shop. So this kit is in a matte paper, and if I can help it, I do not buy matte paper. So I did purchase an upgrade and ask for and pay for, should I say, premium matte paper, which did not arrive. And then in that same order, there were so many other problems. The foiling wasn't really great. I got a totally wrong order. That was the June monthly that you saw in the previous plan with me. It was meant to be on clear paper. It was on white paper, and I could barely even peel it off of the sticker sheet, let alone stick it in my planner. And it was just lots of little things that it just really irked me. So I definitely won't be shopping from that shop again. And then to add fuel to the fire, when I was like explaining my problems and I emailed them to customer service, I didn't even get a response. I just got a refund for the kit and for the sticker sheet that was completely wrong, and I didn't get any response from the shop like, I'm sorry for the mistake, blah blah blah, which it kind of annoyed me even more, because I understand that mistakes happens, but for a shop owner to not even message me or email me back and say, oh, I'm sorry, this has happened, we're going to give you a refund. Fair enough, I got my refund, but I didn't get any communication with the shop. So that kind of made me think, okay, definitely not, especially since I waited so long to get it anyway due to everything that was happening. I was so excited for this kit and for the paper, because it's meant to be premium matte unicorn paper, and I like unicorn paper. So I just wanted to do a little mini rant for you guys. So I wouldn't suggest purchasing from this shop, but if you choose to, that is your own prerogative. I just personally will not be doing that again due to the customer service I received. I understand mistakes happen, but you should still have a certain level of customer service, in my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this setup without my rambling, and I'll be back for the day today. Okay, so as usual, I have pulled out all my character stickers that I'll be and I have them all together in a sticker book. So I'm just showing you guys that, and I also pulled out some extra boxes because I knew that the boxes I had wouldn't be enough, because I don't know why, but I tend to be really busy these days and use loads of day extenders, so I knew I needed extra boxes. So yeah, so on Monday I used a appointment label with a clock icon from the kit to note that I woke up early. Then I used a washi strip and a sub-arrived munchkin from Once More with Love to note that I got my Gold Wine and Cocoa subscription box. Then I use a little thing from like a leftover and a laptop sticker from the GP studio to note that I posted work online for my kids at school. Then I used this glittery appointment label and a munchkin like organizer stickers to note that I organized my stickers. Then I used this half box that I cut down to make into a third box. And then I used a camera icon from the Wiggle and a film script from Rose Colored Days to note that I filmed a haul, a Plan With Me and a Colour With Me video. Then I used a thin washi strip and a munchkin with like shopping bags to note that it was a thin appointment label actually, and a munchkin with shopping bags to note that I did some shopping for my wedding. Then I used a little thing and a edit icon and edit script from Rose Colored Days. Then I used a washi strip and a phone icon from the kit and a with base script from Stella Beau Sticker Co. To note that I was on the phone with Bay, of course. Then at the top of Tuesday, I used a washi strip and a YouTube binge sticker from the Ginger Cat Co. to note, of course, a YouTube binge. So I was kind of trying to sort out how it would look. And then under that, I used a appointment label with the Stick with the Plan Co. Girl planning to note that I filmed a Plan With Me. I believe I filmed the base of this Plan With Me, not an actual whole Plan With Me. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a Miss Moss gardening girl from a sampler to note that I had to do some gardening with my mum, and I hate doing gardening. Like we were cutting the grass and like cutting down all the bushes and stuff, and I hated it all so much. Then I think I had to cut off the legs of the gardening girl because what do you call it, girls? The Miss Moss girls are quite tall. Then I used a little thing and a bye munchkin to note that I bought some outdoor furniture. Then moving to the bottom, I used a glittery appointment label and a house icon from the Wiggle to note that I was doing some more house searching. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a Disney Plus sticker. I don't remember where that is from. It's from like a freebie or something to note that I was watching Boy Meets World. And I used a half box from a freebie. I believe it was from... No, I don't remember where the freebie was from, but it was a half box freebie with a bow, but I covered the bow up with a T-Girl sticker from... I can't remember. To note that I had a large cup of tea. I can't remember where it's from. I can see the name, but it's just not coming to me. Thumbelina Prince. That's what it is. Okay, on to Wednesday, the top day extender. I used this fancy label from Planner Face, and I used a Mr. Moss planning girl, I think, but it still looks like a schoolgirl, to note that it was the last day of school for this year. Then into the day extender, I used a rounded off quarter box and a phone sticker from Rocks and Cactus to note that I was recording a video message for my brother on the phone. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a Zoom munchkin to note that it was our last seminar for one of my lectures, and then another Zoom munchkin in a appointment label to note it was another last seminar for another one of my lectures. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a side-eye girl from Fox and Cactus to note that I got an annoying message that really messed up my day. Then I used a appointment label and a one trip girl from Fox and Cactus to note that I did a grocery run, and I used a grocery run script from the Wiggle and I cut it so that it was stacked rather than one line so it could fit nicer, which it really did. Then down to the middle, I used another fancy label from PlanWithAds and a crying girl from Cookie Sticker Co. And an in my feeling script from not Valia and Toma, from Sugary Girl Shop to note that was in my feelings, which was related to the earlier text. Then, as you can see, I was using this half box and I decided to pick it up, but because it's on this flimsy matte paper, it just ripped as I was tearing it up. So another reason why I didn't want the matte paper, but you know, it's whatever. So yeah, that's why I ended up changing it for. Then I used a fancy label and a girl from Sugary Girl Shop, like cutting vegetables, and a meal plan script from a freebie from a while ago. I don't remember what shop. To note that I was like I wasn't really meal planning, I was meal prepping because I had to go out, but I was prepping so that when I came back I could just start cooking. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a running icon from the Wiggle to note that I walked to the park. Well, I half drove and then I parked and then I walked the rest of the way. So to me, it was walking to the park. Then I used a half box that I cut down into a third box, and I used a Peyton Observes girl from Goldman and Coco to know that I had my observation, but we had it in the park rather than on FaceTime, which was nice. But we still kept our distance, don't worry. Then I used a rounded off box and a food doodle from the Wiggle that was like kind of a noodle to note that I cooked some pasta. Then I used this squiggly scalloped or whatever core box and a TV icon from the kit to note that I had a YouTube binge. Then at the bottom I used a little thing, and I was trying to figure out what to use because what I pulled out was too big, but I ended up using a munchkin in a mailbox to note that I got some Happy Mail, but we don't have mailboxes. Well, we might have them in the UK, but I don't have a mailbox. So on to Thursday. At the top there is a day extender. Okay, so on Thursday at the top I used a mini Easter from Oso paper, and I used a appointment label, and I put the mini Easter on it, and then I used the work labels from the kit, but I just cut out the work bit to put work there, and I wrote the times in after. Then under that I used a rounded off quarter box and a sun icon from Sweet Kawaii Design to note that it was so hot that day. Then I used a squiggly core box and a car icon from the kit to note there was traffic later on in the day, but everything was kind of jumbled up. Then inside the extender I used a half box and a girl on the laptop from Stickers by Rhonda to note that I was sorting out display stuff and just finding stuff on the computer. Then I used a rounded off quart box and a girl scrunched up in the corner from a freebie from Fox and Cactus to note that something kind of freaked me out, but I don't want to disclose that. Then I used a quarter box and a girl with a box to note that I got Happy Mail. The Happy Mail script is from the Stella Beau sticker co, I believe. Then I used a washi strip and a YouTube binge sticker from the Ginger Cat Co again. So the Happy Mail script I cut to make it fit. Then I used a appointment label and a Disney Plus emoji to note that I watched Go Figure on Disney Plus. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and another Disney Plus sticker, but this one was Munchkin from Once More with Love to note that I watched 12 Dates of Christmas. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a coffee mug or tea mug sticker from a shop that I don't know, it was a freebie to note that I had like a big cup of tea and some toast. Then I used this fancy label and another Disney Plus Munchkin to note that I started watching the Santa Claus, but then I fell asleep. I don't know why I was watching Christmas movies, so it was just random. On to Friday, at the top I kind of did the same thing with the work sticker. So I used a rounded off quarter box this time and another Oso paper mini Easter. I used the work script that I cut from the work label from the kit, and then I wrote the times in, which you won't see. And under that I used a appointment label and a Simply a Mess girl sleeping to note that I was so tired. Then I used a rounded off sticker and a freebie of a girl doing some crafts to note that I was laminating and cutting out stuff for displays, things that I had found the previous day. I was doing that on this day. into the day extender, I used a cookie sticker, the black power sticker, to note that we were teaching kids about the Black Lives Matter movement, and we did some posters. Then we used a rounded off quarter box and colouring in the munchkin, to note that we're doing some colouring in with the kids. Then I used a thin appointment label with a sun, a weather icon from Sweet Choir Design, to note that it was so hot again. Then I used some of the extra washi and I cut it down. And I used a money icon from the Wiggle to note that I had to go and collect some money from my mum. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a car from a leftover, I think, to note there was so much traffic again when I was going home. Then I used an appointment label and a Fox and Cactus girl with like boxes, to note that I did some, not boxes, groceries, sorry, I can't see. To note that I did some more shopping. Then I used a washi strip at the bottom and a sugary girl shop girl binge watching, to note that I was binge watching some YouTube. Then under that I used a washi strip and a girl from Naomi Love Designs doing her hair, to note that I took out my hair once I got home. Then I used an appointment label and Naomi Love Designs girl washing her hair, to note that I washed my hair after I took it out. Then I used another appointment label and a Netflix emoji, I believe that is, to note that I started watching Feel the Beat, but I never got to finish it. And then I used a washi strip and a Miss Moss girl cleaning, to note that I cleaned my room. I don't know if that's in the correct order though. Okay, so moving on to Saturday. At the top I used a appointment label and a alarm clock icon from the Wiggle, to note that I woke up early. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a package sticker from icon from the kit, to note that I went to the post office to make a return, which is why I woke up early. Then I used a washi strip and a washing machine sticker from Stick with the Planko and a laundry script from the Wiggle, to note that I did some laundry. Then I used a rounded off quarter box and a sugary girl shop girl doing her hair, which I cut to make fit, to note that I was styling my hair to go out. Then I used a half box and a couple stickers by Rhonda, which looks just like me and my fiance, which I love. And I used a with Bay script from sticker from Stella Beau Sticker Co, and I wrote visit, so that I went to visit him. Then I used an appointment label and a munchkin couples watching TV, to note that we had a YouTube binge. We were watching wilding out videos. Then we used a thin appointment label. Then I used a thin appointment label with a letter / email icon from the kit, to note that we were emailing and inquiring with mortgage brokers. And then I used a flag from the kit and a lunch bag or takeaway icon from the Wiggle, to note that we got German on a kebab. Then I used a half box that I cut into a third box and a Peyton buys a house sticker from Goldman and Coco, to note that we were doing some house searching and booking viewings. Then I used a washi strip and a GP Studio Cats couple sticker, to note that we got our date. So I put the number, the 19th, but I didn't put what month. Well, I'm not going to say what month. And then I used I used a washi strip and a bow from the kit and an appointment script, to note that we got some callbacks from some of the brokers and we made appointments to talk with them over the phone. Then I used a thin appointment label with a couples in bed sticker, to note that we were watching Supernatural. And under that I used this big TV / laptop sticker from the kit, which I kind of cut down. And on top of that I used a paper shire couples watching a movie, to note that we watched 21 Bridges on Amazon Prime, which was a really good film. It was too short in my opinion. I wanted it to be longer. It just ended and I was like, I need more. Anyways, on to Sunday. I used a washi strip and a early morning munchkin, to note that once again I woke up early. And I used a rounded off quarter box and a Miss Moss girl hoovering, but I really just swept. Then I used then I used a washi strip and a munchkin organising stickers, to note that I was pulling out stickers for my plan with me. Then I used an appointment label and a Valiant to my girl to note that I styled my hair. Then I used a hot box and a cookie sticker code girl, like doing locks, to note that I restarted my mum's locks. So it was a second lock journey after we took it out. She wanted me to start it because I didn't start it last time. Then I used a washi strip and a not a couple sticker, a baby and mum sticker to note that I went to collect my nephew and spend time with him. Then I used a bit of the bottom washi at the bottom with a time to plan sticker from the kit to note that I planned and filmed this video. So I'm just showing you guys a wiggle, which you probably already saw because I was a bit behind, and opening all the day extenders and giving you a little bit of a close-up. So this is what the final spread looks like before the pen, as usual. I'm just showing you guys what was left. There wasn't that many boxes left, but there was a lot of other stuff that I just don't use left. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked it, comment down below what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.